right in the heart of New York City, literally outside of Penn Station. So you get off the train from the airport or from wherever you're traveling from, and you are literally right there. It is the next property over from Penn Station.
I have been complaining about Ubering from airports for like ever now, and having an event close enough for public transportation means so much.
Dude,
it means
it's so lit.
much.
But all of the airports, Newark, LaGuardia, and JFK, you hop on either the air train to the A train, or you take NJ Transit from Newark into Penn Station, and you literally walk across the street and you're there.
Is this a button check right here? Yeah, I see it. Okay.
Is it? Yeah.
Oh, wait,
no, it's not. It's not. It's
heck?
some tense neutral. All right, this is going to be a fire set.
Yeah.
We have two, I would call them up-and-comers again, but like they're players that have established themselves, at least in the case of PkChris, who's been around for a while since Smash 4, doing it big with Ness, but really hitting his stride in the past year or so as a player.
Love PkChris, especially I'm a big doubles fan, and I see PkChris playing doubles a lot with with any of the Earthbound characters, right? So big fan of watching PkChris. On the other side, we do have AppleWiz. I was watching AppleWiz play last night, and I got a lot of respect for them. Ices is not an easy, intuitive character to play. AppleWiz makes it actually look incredibly easy whenever they win.
Yeah, definitely not a player I've gotten to watch too much, but a player whose name I've heard several times for causing damage here in this region of South Florida. Let's see how it pans out. I want to say Ness is a matchup that might be a little hairy for the Ice Climbers, right? You got a couple long-range tools, a couple close-range tools that can separate them well or just make it difficult for them to get in, but so far, looks like AppleWiz is cooking.
Yeah, Ice Climbers is one of those characters where it's like, oh yeah, all you have to do is separate Popo and Nana, right? But of course, as an Ice Climber player, you should know what the counterplay is to those situations too, right? And you know, you played Brawl, right? You've gone through the horror. It's not as simple as just separating them once. You have to keep it up. And AppleWiz really showing off what he could do with just solo Popo. Oh my goodness, what is happening? Back air. Okay, PkChris might be able to get started with something. There's the up smash, but now you have to deal with both Ice Climbers right now. I hate dealing with both Ice Climbers.
It's so hard to make a comeback on them because you get Nana back as soon as you lose that stock, man. Hold on, though. PkChris cooking something up off the stage. It's not going to work out for him, but a ton of damage since that respawn.
Yeah, this is a very good position for PkChris to be, especially starting off losing that stock a little bit early and all that percentage gained. Matching it now, can we keep it up, though? There's the separation right here. AppleWiz finds the way back to the center of the stage and resyncs. Oh, nice. Such good separation. No, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it.
Oh, wow. All right, PkChris firing back after a pretty rough first stock. Let's see what he's able to do to maintain this lead, or is AppleWiz just going to find some kind of disgusting kill confirm? Forward smash to break it up.
Okay, good situation for AppleWiz, too. Whenever you do, of course, that double jump. All right, okay, avoids the PK flash. This is exactly what you should be doing. Do not fall prey to these ledge trap situations against Ice Climbers. It is so easy to just get blown up by both Nana and Popo. Hey, staying alive too, avoids both the hits, but up air, of course, picking it up. PkChris really tied to the center of the stage.
Wow, nobody finding any sort of a real lead in this match. It seems like as soon as one of them takes a stock, the other just fires back. And I will say, in regards to Ice Climbers ledge traps, man, when you get the one to ledge trump you and the other one is charging a smash on the stage, dude, that's broken.
That's so cheap.
I'm sorry, that is broken.
That is so cheap. Okay, but speaking of cheap, we are on PS2, and you already know, like, Ness loves PK Fire on the platforms, right? PK Fire is, like, the tool to use to, like, desync the Ice Climbers, and it's really proving useful for PkChris right here. I'm surprised we actually ended up on PS2 the first stage.
Wow, insane catch with that PK Thunder 2. Nana at kind of a low percent, not going to die to the up air just yet.
And we saw that little resync right there. AppleWiz forfeited the center stage. Just resync with Nana. It is very important to have both the climbers to get these punishes, but I think the percents are way too high. I don't think you'll be able to get it anymore. No!
Oh. Wow, just kind of freezing to take his time on the ledge right there. AppleWiz getting caught by the lingering hitbox of the up smash. And even if that didn't connect, when it looped around, it would have gotten rid of Nana.
Yeah.
So it would have still been some pretty tough odds to come back from having to do that solo with such a percent deficit.
The desync situations, PkChris, very aware of like what moves like can send Nana far away while sending Popo like the other direction and stuff like that. Whenever PK Fire does happen, like you run up Nair and they could totally just break them up super bad. They're already desynced from the PK Fire and it just gets worse from there.
Okay,
Alright.
game 2. Let's see what the adaptations are, man. I think Ice Climber's strong suit in this matchup is that you have a pretty solid disjoint in your hammers, right? You almost want to treat yourself like a sortie when you're fighting a character like Ness. That is his weakness in really all Smash games. So if you're able to use up airs and back airs, kind of just stick to a more normal game plan rather than trying to set up the shiesty Ice Climber stuff, that's where you might see some success.
Yeah, especially because if you do throw out like Blizzard, oh,
Jesus Christ.
Wait, never mind.
Well,
AppleWiz might not actually get to play with both climbers.
Yeah, that is one of the most punishing things if you separate the climbers, right? And Nana, she just autopilot runs back to Popo no matter what.
Yeah.
So you could find that pretty easily and just destroy her at 40.
There are some like weird like random AI like interactions depending on how close they are, but for the most part, if you're on point, you should be able to answer back pretty easily. Nice PK flash. Not getting anything, but PkChris is still at 99%. Never mind a full hop back air. Ending stock right there. AppleWiz a little bit greedy with that dash grab at the ledge.
Still, though, keeping it close. One good grab into smash attack away from tying it up here. Let's see if he's afforded that luxury, though. Yeah. Wow, okay, the weight. I was like, isn't he going to break out? But nah. Apple knows his timings.
Yeah, it's so hard to like figure out when like Blizzard timings are. Nice. Great patience right there from AppleWiz on those like throw situations. No pummels, too, from PkChris to kind of like set off AppleWiz. Very interesting. I know like PkChris is actually, like I said, good at doubles, so it kind of makes sense the way that he's playing this, kind of like a 2v1 match.
That's actually a really good way to tie that together. It makes sense to me. You know, you target switch, you keep your eye on the potential threat with every button that you swing. You know, they could just come bust their partner out of a bad spot. So I like that line of thinking, man.
Yeah, okay, nice. Keeping the pressure up. PkChris, though, behind in percent. AppleWiz really keeping it close. Oh, nice. The jabs after. Dude, those jabs are so good. It's like Olimar jab. You can send at such a low angle, and then you can now like tech chase or keep the pressure that they double jump. It's rough.
I always, like, I never realized how much damage the Ice Climbers are doing until I look at the opponent's percent.
Gosh.
Like, how the hell did PkChris get north of 100 right here?
Yeah, exactly. No, not again! Not the dash grab. That time, like, not even trying to overshoot it also. Just, gosh. That is probably, I tell this to everyone, the worst feeling in this game, in Smash Ultimate specifically, is whiffing a grab. Because if you feel like you have so much more lag.
You know, they actually did add a ton of end lag to grabs compared to previous iterations of Smash. I believe it's 10 frames longer if you whiff a grab in Ultimate versus Smash 4.
Yeah. It's so messed up, too, because tether grabs are relatively the same, too. So they kind of just, like, kind of inadvertently buffed tether grabs. Right?
By nerfing regular grabs.
Yeah,
It's like by comparison, they're buffed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. Hold up, though. And again, another storm of damage coming out from AppleWiz here. Suddenly back in the lead. It just really does not feel like they're hitting that hard. The up air, though, you feel every one of those in your soul.
Yeah, you hear it. You're like, oh, gosh. Nice empty hop, but oh gosh, it wasn't really an empty hop. The Squall Hammer right there, kind of ill-placed because now PkChris is applying so much pressure to both Nana and Popo. Not able to get the down smash. It would have helped so much for PkChris.
I'm surprised it didn't clip ledge jump, too, because you do have a little bit of vulnerability before you rise above a move like that.
Nice. I like that, too. Having to split like Popo and Nana so they don't get that extra frame for the down tilts is also important. That PkChris is really well studied on this matchup. What the heck?
I think it's that 2v1 skill, bro. No cap.
It has to be.
That really makes sense to me. Wow, the neutral get up right into the yo-yo.
Ooh, AppleWiz not happy about that situation. Whenever, man, I saw him just smack himself in the head for getting hit by that up smash.
That ain't good, man.
Yeah.
You could see the tilt on his face. And honestly, I feel like that same tilt was being exhibited every time he lost Nano. There's two types of Ice Climbers players. There are Ice Climbers players and Sopo players. And when you're really dialed in with this character and you're really playing well or you've really perfected the craft, your Sopo might even be just as scary as the paired climbers. Because the opponent is thinking like, oh man, I can't be the guy that loses to Sopo, right? And you got to take advantage of that.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Okay, wait.
Yo, Husband of the Year award.
I actually didn't know you could do that.
That's
I thought
crazy.
that was done for Nana.
Yeah, no, you can get pretty creative with the ways that you save Nana.
Yeah. That was beautiful, actually. Okay, nice separation. Okay. I love it. Treating Nana like a low-level player.
Right.
You're gonna American air dodge. I know it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I fight my little brother all the time.
Yeah. Great pickup right there for PkChris. You know what? I do think AppleWiz is...
Did you see that?
Wait.
He just teabagged.
No way.
And I high-key fully endorse that play from PkChris because he's seen how tilted AppleWiz is getting. You got to play to your opponent's weaknesses just as much as your own strengths.
Yeah, especially in places where you can actually see your opponent too. Like if you can see them being visibly frustrated, you know you have the advantage. And also just in the game in general, if you know your opponent is scared, you feel like a god. You feel like you have all the control, and PkChris really commanding this game number 3.
Yeah, let's see how much further he can take it. It does look like AppleWiz woke up a little bit after the teabag, though. He's like, oh, nah, I can't be, just as much as you don't want to be the guy who loses to Sopo.
Oh, my goodness. Wow, PkChris really showing off right now. Okay, the situation, no. It's not as simple as that. You can't just blizzard at the ledge against PkChris.
Yeah, I like that. Adapting to the ledge trap, using the fall off PK Thunder re-grab right there.
You're totally right, though, Max. We should be seeing way more back airs from AppleWiz.
Yeah.
It's such a good move. It is literally cloud back air. And you have 2 of them. I've seen people just die to, landing back air on shield and then a rising back air from Ice Climber because nobody expects that frame trap.
It's literally cloud back air, Junior. Yeah, and the 4 hits on your shield.
Yeah.
That do a ton of damage each.
Yeah. And you can get poked by it, too. It's actually ridiculous.
Yeah, one of the best moves in the game. And speaking of back airs, though, Ness has a pretty good one himself. Going to clean up that stock, and now just one more, and PkChris is out of pools on the winner's side.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of that roll from PkChris. It felt so uncharacteristic because PkChris has been doing such a good job, avoiding any situation on the ground, right? He's not on the ground long enough to have to roll or anything. He's been jumping around, PK Fire, PK Thunder, even PK Flash, just to get away from the climbers and split them.
All right. PkChris just sticking to the game plan. PK Fire, and then whatever chaos ensues after, just capitalize on it.
You're so messed up. That forward smash to hit Nana, that is... PkChris, you're amazing.
Oh, I see AppleWiz mauling the player camp. I'm going to keep it a stack. PkChris is playing to that for sure.
Yeah. Okay, taking the hit right here. I don't know if he can make it back. There's the bounce. Hey, the get-up attack. But, of course, AppleWiz finally finding the little bit of Ice Climber's blessing right there, catching the get-up attack with forward smash.
All right, do-or-die moment for AppleWiz. You have 1 stock left in the set. You're down over 100%. Do you have what it takes to close the door on this game and stay alive?
Oh, PkChris feeling himself, too. He charged that up smash for such a long time, knowing AppleWiz is getting a little bit antsy. Good on AppleWiz, though. We can see the reset of mentality right here. Here's the back airs that we were talking about. Up airs. Hello. Nice.
It's getting tense, man.
Yep.
60%. Once again, you'll never expect all that damage from the climbers until you look at the gauge.
There's the up airs, too. PkChris so tied to the center of the stage. I said this for game 1. Really trying to control the center with PK Fire. And also staying close to the center on the platforms, too. There's the dash attack. Oh, that's it.
Wow. All right, PkChris getting it done 3-0. Oh, my God. Apple was disappearing after that one. That's just his wizardry right there.
I get it. If you guys are competitors too, and you lose in that fashion, you're like, I didn't do what I wanted to do, right? You're Ice Climbers. You have tools to deal with everything. I feel like Ice Climbers are more of a sandbox character